I'm here in England, as I said, and we've been talking about Kathua gang rape and brutal murder of 8-year-old child Asifa. This development has shaken the collective conscience of almost entire country, and not just entire country. Even in UK and America, there have been considerable coverage, condemning the act. Prime Minister Modi has spoken about it yesterday. They have also sacked the 2 ministers. We are now joined by Khalid Mahmood, Honorable MP from Birmingham Perry Barr. You have your roots in Pakistan. So clearly you have been following this story closely, right?
And also in Azad Kashmir as well.
You have Kashmiri root as well. What are you hearing? I mean, what's your understanding of this story?
My understanding is a lot of people are very, very annoyed, irritated, and actually feel dirty in the way that this has been done. To have people of the establishment carrying out and then protecting these sort of criminals is absolutely abhorrent. India purports to be the largest democracy in the world. I don't see any democratic action in such as this. The courts are not acting, the military hasn't acted, the police haven't acted, and the government hasn't acted. I think what Mr. Modi says is very minimal. That doesn't achieve anything. I think if he's the man of action that he purports to be, then he should have taken straight away. When it's something else that's regarding these issues, he takes action straight away. Is this girl's life not worth anything? Is a Muslim girl's life in India not worth anything? I find that absolutely abhorrent. They have done this to suppress the Kashmiri population for a long time, and to allow this sort of thing happen just to send a signal to more people that it's okay to do that.
You heard about that story that when the charge sheet was going to be filed inside the court, the entire might of the lawyers, they prevented the crime branch people from entering the court. And then when we finally allowed the entry, the judge himself refused to accept the charge sheet. How do you see that? What does it say about the role of the judiciary?
This is the rule of law. If you're a democracy, you have to accept the rule of law. And this is why this whole fallacy around India being the largest democracy is nonsense, because they don't act in a democratic way. Democracy is the rule of law, transparency and accountability. They don't have any of that, and that's why I think continue to say that they're the largest democracy is complete nonsense. But they should have some shame at least. India is the capital of rape per se, and to allow these people to continue to get away just sends a very wrong signal to all the people. Well, it was a Muslim girl. And so doesn't she deserve a human rights and civil liberties? Doesn't she have no dignity in India? And that's a message it sends out to the rest of the world. And that's why, quite rightly, people across the whole of the Western world are absolutely appalled by this abhorrent act of complete nutter. I think I just can't even find a word for it. It's just so abhorrent and horrible.
So in Kashmir, there was a Muslim girl and the BJP ministers were supporting the rapist.
Yes.
But in Uttar Pradesh, there was a Hindu girl and a BJP MLA has been accused of raping. And they tried to obstruct the justice there.
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. They talk about democracy, and it's not. If those the power that have, they can do whatever they want to do. Whatever I've said before, India is seen as the rape capital of the world. And what sort of democracy is that when the women and young girls are not safe in that country of their dignity and of their respect? And that is what shows the ethos of the country, and that is absurd to allow state ministers and state representatives, national ministers, national representatives, people in the institutions, whether it's police, whether it's other institutions, whether it's judiciary. All of this is absolutely abhorrent to see that this collective group of people can carry on do this and assume that there is no real issues in relation to people's rights as they exist.
So around about the same time when little Asifa was being brutalized, there was a similar case that was reported from Pakistan, Zainab. You remember that? Right. And for all the stick that Pakistan gets, I think they deliver the justice within a month, and they give multiple death sentences to the rapists.
That's right.
How do you see that?
I mean, first of all, I think the difference here is that when these issues arise, and there may be some complicity with some of the people, but they take action nationally. And when the action is taken nationally, it's taken swiftly and properly. A number of people from the National Assembly took part in this. A number of other people within the police institutions and the Interior Ministry took into this. And the state government acted swiftly to try and deal with this. That's what we want. Yeah. And that's why you see the criminal issues in Pakistan, particularly in terms of rape, is not tolerated. Yeah. And nor should it be. Yeah. Nor should it be anywhere in the world. And that's why we find this so abhorrent, that it's okay with those people that have the power can carry on and act cause this sort of, the most heinous of acts is taking somebody's liberty away from them, taking their respect away from them, taking their dignity away from them. And this is not about equality. This is not about respecting all citizens, particularly women.
And what is the conversation amongst the Labour Party here? I mean, or the group of politicians here about this incident? How are they viewing it? I mean, is there any conversation taking place?
There's lots of conversations taking place, and I think people are totally appalled by this very act. People are absolutely appalled that India continues to claim this. I think when Mr. Modi comes here, he will not be treated with the respect
that's
that
really
he's seeking.
strong
And I think, well, it is, and I think he shouldn't be treated with respect, because this is abhorrent. And like you said, other cases of rape in India are just swept under the carpet. It is not good enough for India to do that. If India wants to be an international player, it wants to be seen as a democracy, then it needs to be acting like a democracy.
Thank you very much, Khalid Sahab, for
you.
speaking to us. Thank you very much.